Yeah, look, sorry. I can't run anymore. I just can't. I haven't fixed the remote. I will get the remote fixed in time for next week, probably. But for now, you're just going to have to put it with out-of-breath me, who's just run from the other side of the camera. Hello, and welcome to... I've completely lost track of what part this is of What's on the Rack for New Comic Book Day, 7th of June, 2023. We've hit the S's. In fact, we're well into the S's. We're coming out of the end of Star Wars right now. At the end of the last edition, we did Star Wars Episode 35. Now, Star Wars Darth Vader, Black, White and Red. The brilliant duochromatic themed anthology of stories about the Dark Lord of the Sith himself. Of course, he is the most evil man in the galaxy, give or take, and so there is rather a lot of red. The art is beautiful. I love these colour limited books. They're a bit of a gimmick, but the limitations make people do things with storytelling that they perhaps otherwise wouldn't do, and I very much appreciate it. Speaking of Star Wars doing stuff, the 40th anniversary celebrations for Return of the Jedi continue with Star Wars Empire. Can you believe Return of the Jedi was 40 years ago? I went to see that in the cinema. I wasn't even that young. So, this is a story about one hapless employee on the Death Star. Not ideologically Empire, it's just a job. That may not be the best career choice anybody ever made, is all I'm saying. Speaking of Star Wars, we're also into the High Republic. And Yoda hits issue 8. And then we move on to another first issue for this week. This is Steelworks. Issue 1, written by sci-fi icon and voice of Steel in the animated series, Mr. Worf himself, Michael Dorn. I do not know whether this is any good or not yet because I haven't read it. But Michael Dorn is a tremendously talented dude, so I am sure it's brilliant. I'm always a little bit suspicious when they get, celebrities and famous folk to write comics when they've not traditionally been comics writers. But I don't know, I kind of trust Michael Dorn, actually. So, if you'd like to read a comic written by Mr. Worf, Steelworks is very much your thing. And finally for this segment, Stoneheart continues. Emma Kubert's Stoneheart hits issue 4. This has been a brilliant story, beautifully illustrated. It's a different kind of fantasy to Dark Knights of Steel, a different kind of fantasy to Godfell, but still a wonderful fantasy epic. That's it for this section. I've given up numbering them. I've totally lost count. I'm going to go alphabetical. We're going to hit Storm next. So until we get to that, may the weather be ever clement. See what I did there. And we'll see you in a bit. Until we do, be kind to yourself, be kind to everybody else, and above all else, love comics. We will, of course, be under the stairs at Harrogate's Everyman Cinema, 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and from 11 till 5:30 on Saturday. Hope to see you there.